cube
of
Woo. How you doing, brother? Have you ever seen footage like this before?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about it, man?
Disgusting, bro.
It is so disgusting.
Sickening because we eat that shit.
Yeah, well, I stopped eating that for about 7 years now, man. I watched it. I mean, this is fucking straight up terrorism, dude. Like, how do you beat an animal into the ground and kill them, smacking them on their heads, bro? Like, if we did that to dogs, we go to jail.
Yeah.
But we do it to baby pigs. I said babies, and it's perfectly legal. How does that work? So,
Sick, bro.
yeah, man. Can I ask you, what would stop you from, eating animals? Do you eat animals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big steak guy.
Huh?
Big steak guy.
Big steak guy. Did you know there's a plant-based option that you can actually eat a plant-based
I
steak?
actually deliver that, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a truck driver. It's not
Sick.
too bad either.
So what's the problem?
There isn't.
I agree.
It's choices, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
I think if you watch this a little bit longer, you would be
I've
like,
seen a lot of
Yeah.
it, bro. Like,
And you're still eating
I'm
it.
big on like PETA and shit, you know what I mean? I try to do a lot of, so a buddy of mine actually has a farm, you know what I mean? So there's a due process, they do it right. You know what I'm saying? Everything in this world has a purpose, right? And some people choose to have them as pets. Other people, whatever it is. And I think everybody has a right to do so.
Really?
Correct. So I think I respect their opinion.
Yeah.
And just like that, we have to respect everybody else's. But there's
Well,
a right way to do.
I hear
things.
what you're
Correct?
saying. I've lived this type of mind
Right.
state, and I'm not saying at all you're wrong. This is all perspective.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
put
sure.
myself in your shoes as a delivery man and the life that you lived, and see what you're saying. What I'm trying to say is see what they're saying.
Yeah,
You know what I
terrible,
mean? Yeah.
bro.
Put yourself.
I'm not for that.
Yeah. Put yourself in the cage, brother. They're in their filth their whole lives. They can't move. Their moms crush them because they're exhausted and they just fall over. Like, this is unexcusable behavior. So when we say,
So if the conditions were just completely the opposite, would it be okay for you or still not?
I still put myself in their position. So in other words,
I'm saying like perfect.
I get that.
conditions,
They call it grass-fed, outdoors and all that, brother. But at the end of the day, they're getting a bullet to the head. They're getting their throat slit. They're terrified. It's terrorism. So I don't believe in terrorism. I believe in respect.
Yeah.
Do you think you could live without eating animals? I think you can.
I think I can. I was brought up eating them.
Same
so
here,
that's
dude.
why I'm very
Same here,
much
brother.
For it, you know what
My
I'm saying?
family's Mexican. All we do is eat dead animals. But guess what? We got to break that chain, and we got to change
I'm not
it.
for that though. Just
Yeah.
to make it.
No, I respect that, brother. But the thing is that if you can change, and you can change, and this is wrong, and you don't want to support this, why do you do it?
Change gotta start somewhere, right?
You can do it, man.
Well, definitely
What's your
make
name, bro?
some effort. I do, brother.
Lou.
Yeah.
There's plenty of documentaries, man, and there's plenty of information, bro. I see it in your heart already, bro. You just gotta really want it and go against the grain because everyone's doing the same shit. It's about time we take care of and respect the animals and ourselves.
Right on.
Take care, bro. How you doing, sir? How's your day going, man?
You know what this is?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically, we're doing an outreach, everybody here in black. None of us eat animals, right? We believe in the respect for the animals that are inside gas chambers right now, bro.
okay.
I say gas chambers. That shit's crazy. They're literally nuking them so that we can have some bacon in the morning, you know what I mean? So I used to do this shit. I used to eat this for 33 years, so.
Yeah, I've seen shit like this. Are you part of them?
Yeah, man.
Oh, where? Yeah, I was vegetarian for 13 years of my life.
Wow.
Raised all the way until I was 13. I was vegetarian.
Hell yeah.
And then I had a lot of influence with people around me. Everybody eat meat nowadays. I was just like,
Yep.
I'm gonna try it out.
Yep.
And I ended up liking it. You feel me?
Well, that's the thing. What do they put on the meat? They put vegetables on it. they put seasoning on it, ketchup, mustard, all these plants.
That's it, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you really love the plants, but you're just eating that flesh because everyone else is. We all fall into
Hey,
this stuff like,
man. Wait, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's what I'm here for.
Because if we eat raw meat, ain't nobody gonna fuck with that. bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some fools will do that just to piss us off. But like, yeah, look at this, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, we're just against the cruelty, man. Like, if you're against us for not wanting to be cruel, something's wrong with you, man. And that's why we got a vicious world. That's why we got violent people. And that's why our prisons are fucking filled with so many of us, more than anybody else in the world, because we're violent people. We don't recognize. It starts with where
Man,
you
you
eat.
making me want to go back to being vegetarian. Fuck.
Do it, vegan, bro. We don't
I
eat.
should, right?
We don't drink milk. We don't eat eggs. That's all.
Do you drink almond milk and shit?
Almond milk
Okay.
and
Yeah,
plant-based egg.
I do that. I don't drink I think the only dairy products I eat is cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese and sour cream. That's like, you know, my Mexican shit.
There's a plant-based version of it though, so
Yeah,
don't feel like you can't enjoy the shit you love. There's so many places. So it's 2025, bro. We're not in the caveman days anymore. We got plenty
you're
of
right.
resources. So
You're
I
right.
appreciate your energy, man. You're awesome, brother.
Of course.
Cube of